want you, I breathe you like a cigarette. Love sick, I'm feeling it. You're not the one, but I still want you like the beat in my chest. Love sick, I'm feeling it. I know you're not the one, but I still wanna light up. Breathe you like a cigarette. Love sick, I'm feeling it. You're not the one, but I still want you like the beat in my chest. Love sick, I'm feeling it. I know you're not the one, but I still wanna light up.
All in and a goal once again.
Don Matsuda all in for his tournament life with Ace-8 versus Pocket King. The River is the 4 of diamonds, and William Teo is your APT Super High Roller Champion!
I'm very excited, very happy to be in this field. I always dream about this. It's mine. I have 2 little lions at home, but I think it's now time to bring a new partner with them, for them already. APT is always a dream for us. Getting a big lion is a dream for, I think, every Asian poker player. After achieving this silver lion, that's actually a symbol for us to go for the next step, maybe go out of Asia. Poker, you need to keep communicate with friends, player. I believe by doing more communications, you will learn, because sometimes you alone doesn't discover certain strategy. Poker is an information game. By talking to people, especially your own communities, your own friends, it helps to achieve certain achievement. Yeah. The new era has brought APT from ordinary tournament to a very prestigious tournament. It's an honor to participate and to get a trophy of APT. Thank you for all the supports from the friends, and also I would like to thank one of my Malaysia young players, Sean, and a few Chinese players, which they give us a lot of good advice. Even when I was playing, they keep on texting, you do this to them, do that to them. They cares about team working and team building. They coach us a lot, so we'd like to take this opportunity to thank them.
How does it feel to get beat by 8 beautiful ladies?
I can't complain.
Challenge the Queens Challenge. 1 king will be taking on 8 queens. Every queen he busts, $100 will be added to a free roll on Natural 8, of course, the main sponsor of the Asian Poker Tour.
My name is Clayton. I'm from Hong Kong, and I'm usually play cash game for the previous years. I start my poker career at 2016. It was wonderful, you know, surrounded by all these like brilliant ladies, wonderful ladies, and they play well as well.
Hello, nice to meet you guys. I'm Angus. I'm from Hong Kong. I got a couple friends, always got a poker game, and then invite me for some game, and then I think it's quite interesting.
My name is K7 and I'm from Taiwan. Many people think that poker is gambling or something, but I think that this match is different.
The most fun part is when I guessing a people card or I try to do action, and then I actually got what I want at the game, so I'm quite happy about it.
Think that poker is men's thing, but I don't think so. So I hope more girls will like these games.
They play as equally good as men. There are many good female players.
Hi, this is Kathy from Hong Kong. If you play online, for me, I get sleepy easily. So brings it to offline is training up my patience a lot.
Playing online helps a lot because in online we play like 8 to 12 tables at the time, so we practice a lot. It also helps live tournament as well.
Greg, why do you look so mysterious? And Greg, what's the mysterious envelope?
Elfin, who are you talking to?
It's Mishy!
It's bounty time.
Bounty time.
Could maybe a spin in the tentacle shoes right now. I pick for you? Alright, here we go. We want to see 5 zeros. One more zero! One more zero after this. 500,000. Come on. Hey! Oh, wow! Let's go! 150,000. Whoa! 5 zeros. Hey! Big sweat. Hey! 200,000. Whoa! 150,000 Filipino peso. Zero. Hey, big one. 150,000. Let's. They're still all out there. Whoa! Hey! 300,000 is gone. 1 in 13 for $500,000 in Filipino pesos. Oh! Hey! 500,000 is gone. Congratulations to you. Condolences to everyone else.
It's good to double it up. Usually I don't win anything in raffles, so I was shocked to pull the top bounty. But obviously, yeah, that was really nice and pretty tough tournament, so I was happy to get through to the final 5 and shame not to win it all, but pretty happy overall, so yeah.
How are you going to spend the money?
Maybe take my wife out for a nice dinner and then some more buy-ins probably later in the week. So just the thought of these awesome tournaments, big prize pools, and lots of nice Omaha bounty tournaments. So I thought it was a good schedule, so I was happy to come out for it.
Not bad for a guy who failed his road test 5 times, right? Hi, welcome to the APT Manila Golf Tournament. As with any APT golf tournament, the day starts early in the morning at your hotel lobby, where a shuttle will pick you up and take you directly to the golf course. Today we're at the beautiful Manila Southwoods Golf and Country Club. Come on, Christy, let's go. They're teeing off. This must be Michael Soiza's ride. Victor Chong, is that you? Let's go!
I've always believed in, players having fun beyond poker. Being able to create, somewhat of a family environment for the love of the owners as well. They love the game as much as I do.
We're really fucking joking in front of the cameras, man.
The guys are playing this. We do it class A, B, and C, and we give trophies even for the most exercise and stuff like that. So guys shooting 127, 110, we're still, having a lot of fun. I'm gonna go straight into some prizes here. Tom won the most exercise. The best golfer. Give it up for Rolando. Runner-up of Class C. It's gonna be Johan Paredes. He played his heart out today. Daryl Chu. Class B was really tough to calculate. Tom was Class B champion. Lester had 3 pars, and I had 7 pars. So sorry, Lester. Class A. And guys, this is for the runner-up. Here you go, Jordan. Runner-up.
How are you feeling right now?
My back hurts. Yeah. My name is Marco Espela. I'm a cash game grinder, but recently I've been playing a lot of tournaments. I was optimistic after the first day. I was chip leader in Flight C. Some players that I know said, it's yours, it's yours. It's long due because I've been playing for a long time and haven't really won a tournament before. So I think my hand mob was like 20,000 USD and this would, almost double. Yeah. During the first few levels heads up, the people around us were like suggesting to do an ICM, and she was really like getting the momentum. So I like, okay, it's fine. I'll do the ICM. I had like an open-ended straight draw. She went all in with Jack high. The board was like ace 4-7. I could have just gone and she would have folded, and maybe the ICM didn't happen. Yeah, she had Jack 9. The board was like ace 7-4. Well, winning this event definitely feels a sense of pride as a Filipino, and especially playing here in the Philippines, representing our countrymen, poker players. So I feel really good about it. To all the people that supported and believed in me, I'm gonna try to mention most of you, but if you don't hear your name, please don't be. Huwag kayong magtampo. So si Mad, si Rainiel, si Yurid, basically the Rivera brothers, really been good to me. Bam, Mike Takayama, those are people that I admire in this industry. Thank you so much for believing in me and supporting me. This is it. Finally, I got my first trophy for APT. Hopefully more.
Welcome to Asia's largest online poker room. Our next generation poker software is now initiating. Elevate your online experience with a wide variety of poker variations to choose from. Get fully immersed with fun and social features. Level up your game with PokerCraft and Smart HUD. Unlock a wealth of rewards including cashback, bonuses, and jackpots. Join world-class poker tournaments featuring some of the world's most renowned brands and the largest guaranteed prize pools in the world. Experience the best in customer service and hassle-free transactions for a seamless online gaming experience. With online poker available on all your devices, you'll be able to play your favorite games anytime, anywhere. Sign up now and elevate your online poker experience today.
Welcome to the Asian Poker Tour. We're coming to you live from City of Dreams in Manila. My name is Vidar and I'm joined by Sam for a very special event, one we've had a lot of fun covering at previous stops. This is the APT Thailand exclusive. That means we have a final table of Thai players who are looking to fight it out and to win an APT Lion trophy. It's going to be a fun one. It always is. The Thai contingent consistently outperforming at APTs, and there's a reason. I think the community perhaps is the strongest when it comes to countries that are supporting each other playing poker, and I look forward to seeing what these 6 players have to offer. Sam, we've had fun covering some APT Thailand exclusives in the past. This one should be no different, but I do want to take a moment. Is there any view you've had on the Thai poker community like me?
I mean, just like you said, the support that they provide their other players is incredible. We have seen some actors get into the poker world. And also our biggest ever live stream was Punat Pansri on the final table of the main event just last season in Taipei. We had over 6,000 viewers. It was very fun. Google Translate was trying to help us out, but not doing the best of jobs. But we are probably going to see many Thai supporters in chat once again. Thank you for joining us.
Another thing we're likely to see is Thai patches. The Thai poker community, I believe that word means all in. So whenever you have the APT Thailand exclusive event, they all tend to be rocking the same badge. Goes to show the cohesive nature and the support they have for each other. As for what we're fighting for, yeah, there are small increments, but it always comes down to the APT Lion. These 6 are essentially not as big a part of the APT poker community outside this event for now. They are going to be, though, once they have the main event ticket that they've all secured.
Yes, like you said, they do come with the matching patches, but I do remember the last 2 times we saw them, they all had the matching black hoodies as well. Fully matched out, yeah.
You're right, actually. I'm very curious if that happens. We'll see in a moment, of course, as we cut to the table. There you see it. 46 is the average big blind, which means we have plenty of play in front of us. As I mentioned, pay jumps are on offer, $432 locked up. All 6 will receive main event entries, but the winner gets a trophy and 1,111 USD. A coincidence that the number is so interesting. It's actually 36,000 Thai baht, all the way up from 14,000. So pay jumps to consider, but the first 4, dare I say, not that meaningful compared to the amount locked up, as well as, of course, the more important, perhaps, main event package. And Sam, you called it all black.
There it is. That's a Thai Attack hoodie, APT patch on the right shoulder. I love it. With the hashtag PokerTH, Poker Thailand. As we get underway, hand number 1 coming in shortly. Would love to hear if anyone in the chat knows any players or supporting anyone that they know personally back home.
Thai names not the easiest for the likes of Sam and I, but this time around we are going with their nicknames that they've chosen. You see some of them. That's Pabanas. I suspect in Thailand that would be Pabanas, but I'll go with my first guess. Believe's a bit easier for me to pronounce. Let's go with Yong, but that's quite an ID. Yong GG789, okay. And Tesseract, much, much easier to say. Maybe a Marvel fan, not sure. Or maybe a Euclidean geometry fan, for the nerds out there who know what a Tesseract is. We did miss seat number 2 and 3 being covered as well. That's APM 99 rather. And I believe that would be Joe Ramel. I just looked up his real name as per the information we have here. It's neither Joe nor, or is it Ramon? Joe Ramon, maybe?
Your guess is as good as mine, Peter.
He's the shortest stack. 285k chips for him. Like we said, plenty of big blinds with the 46 big blind average. We just had the Natural 8 Taiwan final table. Ended up pretty interesting. The players did grind it out all the way down to, I believe we were probably 40 big blinds in play at the time. Let's see what the Thai boys have to offer. Dealer, by the way, wearing a traditional Thai outfit, as we like to do for our regional tables. Very cool, very cool. So correct me if I'm wrong, Sam, no familiar face, unlike the Natural 8 Taiwan table, which had some repeats.
Yep. We did see a player called Board to Raise twice in the out of the last 3 series that we've run. Did not make it this time. There was a very large pool for this event. So it's not the easiest to get to this final 6. 794 total entries. These are the final 6 that have made it. Oh, and don't forget, Whoever wins this event has a $50,000 additional prize money added if they win the main event. Here we are, hand number 1 underway. Holds the small blind, who looks at a 6-4 offsuit. And not many big blinds. Oh, was that an all-in? Or a raise? 90K.
Try one more time, Sam. How would you say his name? Joe Ramo?
Yeah, I like that. Small blind limp, big blinds re-raising.
Let's go with Joe. Unfortunately. Not much you can do here but fold. Pavanas did raise in such a way that it looks like he might fold to a jam, but at the same time it looks committing enough. There you go. That 46 big blind average driven a lot by Believe's monster stack of 95 bigs. We do have some short stacks in the mix. Bait jump's not that meaningful to begin with, but nobody wants to be the first one out, and sometimes that does stagnate play a bit. Let's see if that's the case here. Joe with just 8.5 bigs though. 6-handed. Should be forced into making some moves pretty quickly.
We have to guess the winner form in chat. Feel free to jump in there, guess the winner, win some money.
You can always take the safe bet. There's a massive chip lead. Or you can be like me and punt on the underdog. Or you can bet on the best looking one or the best dressed one.
All of them.
Just guess. If you win, you get entered into a free roll. Seems like a good deal.
Joe takes the spot. He's all in here. 9-8.
I do respect him making the most of being folded to on the button, despite not having choices to foldings. He knows he has some fold equity at the moment, and it is going to work out. Except the 2.5 bigs in the middle. Crucial blinds at this stage. How much closer to Yong's 15 big blind stack? Gotta wonder how Believe's got his 95 big stack on the paths to the final table. Almost 800 entries. And just for 1,000 path, mind you, that's about 30 USD. They've already locked up massive prizes in the form of this package, but $1,100 and the APT Lion sure won't hurt.
Just a very, very sweet extra bonus. Top of this incredible experience already. Ooh, pocket nines out of the gun, seeing our first real hand.
How dare you, Sam? 9-8 off? How dare you insult?
Sorry, second real hand.
There we go. Let's see the sizing he's gone with. Just 2x, standard. Ace deuce for Joe. Not the kind of hand you want a 3-bet jam. Certainly don't want to call, so I suspect a fold isn't coming. I'm very used to players taking some TV time in the beginning of a table like this. Fold like that could be fairly standard and quick, but as players settle into the lights, easily understandable. Ace-10 now for Believes. More importantly, he's a chip leader, can certainly afford to speculate. He's going to do more than that. Those grays are 100k. And the green's 25.
Raises it up a little on the small side. Just 5 big blinds. Out of position.
Tesseract is the third largest stack. I'm surprised by the sizing out of position for sure, considering Tesseract's stack size. Isn't Tesseract going to be priced in with pretty much any two that would open under the gun?
Almost, yeah. Sure, he can fold something like ace-9 offsuit. He did decide to open with that.
Why do you hate hands with 9s in this hand? I'm calling ace-9 all day. Queen 5-6, 9 still ahead. But maybe, in a very advanced way, Believes has taken the betting lead for not too much of an investment with the small 3-bet. Now he's firing, and it's Tesseract who's going to be on the back foot.
Believes check? No.
There goes bet call. Bet is downsized. Smaller than the 3-bet pre-flop. Now the 8 gives the straight draw as well, but crucially an undercard to the 9s. That being said, just on hand number 3, if Believes decides to start putting on some real pressure, given the pot the SPR is 3, certainly 9s could eventually hit the mark. I'm a bit confused by the hand selection with ace-10 off. Queen 5-6. I believe the graphics are awaiting the turn, but we should be on the turn by now, so action likely on Believes. Oh wait, has he called the flop?
Yeah, no, flop was called.
Okay. Oh, there we see it. 325 on the turn. 60% bot. Over 60% bot. 2/3. It's a convincing story of having ace-queen, perhaps kings or aces. But can you give the chip leader credit? I think he's about to. Doesn't love it, but he's leaking all kinds of tells. That usually means the fold isn't coming. So power poker on hand number 3.
Nice. Love to see it.
It just reminded me of William from the Super High Roller. Just
Yep.
going after it with the chip lead, no matter who he's facing, including one of the bigger stacks. Speaking of William, checked the Superstar Challenge, 12 entries by the end of it. Respectable, given that the buy-in is an astounding 25,000 USD. By the way, that's even more meaningful in a place like Vietnam. Apologies, in Philippines. I was thinking about other places we're going to have this, including Phu Quoc. So $25,000, 12 players, which does mean we're going to have quite a day two. It's going to be an intense battle of players who have essentially been playing with each other for one full day already. 8 remaining as we head into the end of the day. That coverage will be all day tomorrow, playing down to the winner. You can go to apt.poker, click on the event if you want to check out some of the live reporting from that event. The team has been on top of all the action hands. And then you can go to live seating and check out who all is going to be in the mix. Daniel Nielsen joined us late. He was, I believe, down to the final 3 in the Superstar in Taipei.
Yes. Oh no, he was heads up against Fan Chi Wei.
For the Superstar then.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. So heads up, so final 2. And you have Joseph Chong still in the mix, local superhero, Mike Takayama, representing the Philippines. Also Mehdi from Morocco. Number 1 on Morocco's all-time money list.
Very nice. Well, Believes really going after it. 10-3 offsuit.
Young wakes up to the goods right when he needs to. 13 bigs.
One for the call.
I did.
Oh, I
here's-
love that. I
Yeah.
love the min raise. The click it.
He announced raise, and I was very curious about his sizing. And wow, believes instantly reaching for chips.
Look at that. Perfect sizing to get called by hand with 11%. Yeah, hand is strong queens. You definitely want your opponent to continue. That low SPR, 10-3, connecting very poorly with this board. What size is Yong going to choose here? 75K, very small. Gets a laugh out of Believes. Who doesn't seem done with it just yet.
Well, he has a backdoor straight draw. Backdoor two-pair draw. Backdoor trips draw. Anything else?
I think that's it.
3 million in chips.
Oh, wow. Is that... No. Still very, very nice pickup for Yong there. Only got the max.
I understand you were a fan of that pre-flop raise, but do you think he's ever balanced is the question.
I don't know about him, but you can have some bluffs in there. Usually junky hands like ace-3, ace-deuce off, king-3, king-deuce off.
Yeah, hands you are happy to let go when jammed without any regret whatsoever.
Yeah.
Let's not forget the Easter Resistance of our festival. The main event is underway. Flight 1B active at the moment. I suspect close to ending, in fact. And double check. Oh, it has ended. We had shorter levels in the beginning for it. So 257 entries. We're slowly climbing towards a 1,000 entry mark. Don't forget, guaranteed for 1.7 million USD. If it continues at this pace, there's going to be an overlay, so all the more better for the players out there. As we keep saying when it comes to the form, free money.
Nice. Takes it down.
Suited ace for the chip leader. Understandable open.
Much more so than the 10-3.
I mean, he's on the button.
Yeah.
It's the call I'd worry about after being 3-bet. That's what happens when you have a mountain of chips. I heard this expression recently from a poker player. He said you can get drunk on chips.
Drunk on chips. All right.
Good, right?
Yeah.
I think Believes was a little bit drunk on chips, calling the 10-3 to the 3-bet. Those are our, what do we call them? The
Lions?
The 2D lions. That's right. Great name, by the way. We have proper pride of them this time around. The golden ones, the baby superstar, and the high roller. Gotta pony up some big buy-ins for those, but the less prestigious are the ones we're playing for at the moment. The baby lions, as we call them.
Wow, 8-5 suited under the gun. Going after it. Love to see it. Chip leader doing chip leader things.
Uh-oh. Doing the math. A jam is incoming and will believe to be priced in.
Giving it some thought.
China tuck. All in.
Do you think Believes is going to call this off? A little bit too big with 8 high.
Don't want to show down the 8-5 suited call usually, but the price is interesting.
Yeah, 3-1. 2-1, sorry.
Believes having a good time. Amused at the idea of potentially calling it off.
I'd be shocked if he did. It would be very entertaining. If he could see the cards, he should call.
Nah. Nice pickup for Joe.
Yeah, 125,000 added to his stack.
Still the shortest, 13 bigs.
APT Thailand exclusive. Round number 2. Light 20,000, 40,000, 40,000, 20. Next hand.
I love how these guys just have a uniform to play in.
Yeah, no one else does. Wonder if it's provided by the Tainatuck people, which I believe is a news outlet for all things poker in Thailand.
Six-4 suited on the button being opened by the short stack. It does get folded to on the button a lot and never misses the opportunity. Bhavanas, Jack 10 off.
ace-10 for Believes. Looks over. Button has 13 big blinds. All in. Gonna be taking this one down.
Not so fast. Gotta preserve that image. Hollywood a bit. Now you can fold. For Joe to have Believes on the big blind when he's on the button, unfortunate. That should slow him down a bit. That open was quite likely to get punished. By the way, that was the Natural 8 wheel that we have at the venue. Natural 8 is APT sponsor. Spun it twice, got the minimum prize both times. Oh. It's fine. Gotta get the run good, or the run bad, I should say, out of your system in free rolls. That's how I look at it.
Definitely. All right, Queen Jack on the button.
His 10 again, on the big again.
13 bigs again.
All the blinds have gone up, you're right. Pretty standard spot to jam. Button is going to be plenty loose. Range is from the button plenty wide. Throws in the time bank and he looks his opponent over with a smile. Gotta respect those time banks in my opinion. They can come in handy in tougher spots. Let's go all in as expected. Maybe this was a spot worth consideration for Yong. Let's put his tournament life at risk. I can respect if he waited for some live reads, considering how he looked his opponent over and used the time bank. Nice shot of Pavanaz's cool rings as he makes the fold. I'm not cool enough to pull off what he was wearing for sure. A ring that doesn't close the loop. Apim has been quiet. Joe with an unplayable 9-7. Eight deuce has been raised. Any two will do, and now jacks in the big blind. Both times he's gone truly out of line. Looks like he's about to get punished by overpairs. Tesseract doesn't follow the same approach. Goes huge on his 3-bet. Mind you, the open was big to begin with, 2.5x, so this is just massive.
Lets it go. He was considering it.
Has to be careful. I believe that would be the third time in a row that he's folded against pushback. Players will catch on to how wide he is and how much he's folding. Maintaining some sort of an image is important to being able to pull off the whole chip bully thing. Otherwise, you just throw an ATM to the short stacks. Eight 5 suited on the cutoff. You know this is getting opened. There you go.
Love it. See what Yong does. The king jack. Neighbor opening very wide.
I believe he said raise. Oh, he's clicked it. I guess not precisely. He's 2x'd it. A click would be another big line, but close enough. The sizing is just so juicy. And believes has seen this before. Didn't get to showdown, but he was up against queens. Yong is oddly balanced, not just with his premium pairs with a shorter stack, but now he gets jammed on. Insta 4-bet jammed on. All you can eat. And a quick call. Excellent call, mind you. 8-5 suited gets shown down. We've all been in Yong's spot. Look at those equities, by the way, thanks to the folded cards. That is awful news. 49% for believes.
Surprised to see that snap call. Here we go. King 7-3 all spades. Yong almost has a lock on this hand.
There it is. Never easy, is it?
No, lots of chop outs. Chop it up. I mean, it was fair. It's 49-51 pre-flop.
Exactly. I don't think fair is the word Yong will be using right now, but as we could see, it's actually a flip. Rough though, Yong could have been essentially tied with Tesseract.
โชว์ดาวแรกรู้ว่าจะฉันโชว์ดาวสองอ่ะ
Also believes hand going to showdown. Could loosen up the table. A5 suited, 4-bet jam.
Oh, I love that. I mean, he did suss it out. He knew his opponent was weak. Did not know he was going to call with King Jack. I assumed he made it that small just so he could fold to a re-raise. Went all in.
I think it's just the sizing he likes.
Yeah, probably. Oh, round two. Goes for the call this time.
AH in chat says, nice jam by Believes though. Actually, you're right. We haven't addressed the fact that it was a fantastic 4-bet jam. Pounced on weakness. Young ended up having a hand he was committed to calling off, but Believes did sniff out that it wasn't a premium.
Wow, Joe Rammel using a time bank here. Good heads up. Probably fine to call this hand, but 3 ways. This hand just plays way too poorly out of position. Post flop. I think you just gotta let it go. Perhaps he's thinking about an all in.
Just a call, I believe. Let's hope no jack for everybody's sake, apart from Yong. 7s are life for Joe, queens for Believes. Yong dominating them both. 5 bigs left for Joe after the antes and that call. Ace, king, 4. 1 whiffs. Apart from Yong, who has the king. Ace should make all 3 a tad uncomfortable. Multi-way do expect somebody to have an ace, but Yong is going to bet in position to try and find out. Another king. How's that for added comfort? Believes had the stack to try and speculate for the Broadway draw. He just goes all in. Can't blame him. And ace so likely when Believes flat calls, but overplaying the king. If your opponent does have an ace, yeah, he's going to call off, but he's going to call off a smaller bet and can reevaluate the river as well. 2 hearts on the board. Yong decides to end the proceedings. An overbet. You tend to avoid jamming hands when only better will call you, and maybe you could get hands as strong as an ace to fold there. So smaller bet could have maybe kept Believes along with that straight draw. On to the next one. I believe there's a 5 big blind stack in the mix.
Yes. Joe 4.5 now with the small blind being posted. is going to need to add some chips to his stack shortly. Face elimination in just 2 rounds.
The way you said it, it sounded like, I should say, it's a cash game. He needs to add some chips to his stack.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
If only.
If only.
I'm
I mean,
surprised
at this late stage, though, the chips are going to be very expensive.
That is true. Actually, hey, you could have a tournament with the rebuy and add-on structure, except it follows ICM chip values.
Oh my goodness.
You keep needing to pay more and more as the tournament goes on to add to your stack.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Neil, are you listening? APT president and tournament designer extraordinaire, Neil Johnson. Please take note. Next APT schedule, I want to see some true madness. Not that there isn't already. Go to apt.poker, check out. Every day we have some wild tournaments.
I just imagine it getting heads up and you're against someone with infinite money, and all of a sudden, after 3 hours of play, second place is now worth more than first place.
Ace-Jack finds the jam, and Ape-M is priced in. Nice timing for Joe to wake up with a premium and also to be up against Ape-M. Is Ape-M like Hold'em? Or Ape-M?
What do you mean by that?
Like, is it like one word? Like Ape-M? Like Ape-Them? Short, like
Uphem.
Uphem?
Uphem? Maybe? Let's see if there's a translation for Uphem in Thai.
I didn't even think of Uphem. And apologize, by the way.
It's a cake from India. Uphem cake.
There's a lot of languages in India, Sam, so you'll have to forgive me for not knowing that one. We have about 30 national languages.
Oh my goodness.
Hindi is the most popular one, but in this case, I doubt his nickname has anything to do with Indian desserts. Meanwhile, the jack changes nothing, and neither does the spade. Great result for Joe. Gets the double and change. Anybody in chat knows how to say Apem's or Upem's name? Or I should say screen name or nickname correctly. And while you're at it, help me with Joe as well. Ramal? Raman? Ramal?
There's an Ashanti war cry called Kum Apem Apem Beba, which means kill 1,000 and 1,000 will come. Perhaps it's that.
I like the translation. Have you ever thought about how Hold'em is a funny name for a game?
Oh yeah. Do you know the backstory for that?
I don't, but people don't even think about it's short for Hold Them, first off. And it is now the most popular poker variant, perhaps card game, in the world. It's just called Hold Them. It's like, doesn't tell you anything about the game.
Yeah, if you went up to someone and said, hey, I play Hold Them,
yeah,
they'd have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. If you say you play Hold'em, then they swipe left.
Yes, they do.
Like Omaha is a place. I get it. Omaha.
I'm guessing that the origin of that game.
I mean, Hold'em is Texas Hold'em, so Texas. Omaha didn't bother with adding anything.
Yeah.
Like, this is where it originated.
Should be Omaha Let 'em.
This is what we'll call it. Yeah. Amanas. Fearless. Being in the small against hyperactive chip leader. Jack 8 off his limp and believes. Does not believe that he can bluff Pavanas off the hand. And now he certainly cannot. Jack 3 ace. Leaves with the only club. X king high behind. Has the gut shot as well now. Easy spot for Pavanas to try and extract some value from exactly the kind of hand believes does have. Single card draw. Also wants to deny equity. Not chase. That Pavanas with that crosses 2 million. Not as much of a difference between Believes and Pavanas as when we first started for sure. So 2 big stacks, 2 middle ones. 13 and 11 bigs are the short stacks. APM is a command from Dota, says. Is it Gata in chat? Gata?
Okay. Perhaps that's it.
But he doesn't tell me how it's pronounced though. Gata or Kata if you're still listening.
It's just APEM.
Oh, is it APEM?
I imagine so if it's in capitals.
How do you pronounce it?
No, I think that's it. It's an acronym or something. All pick easy mode.
Oh, I see, I see. I didn't understand the rest of it. It's an acronym. All pick easy mode. Possible. Possible. I like the sound of that. All pick easy mode.
Yeah.
Gives me all the powers and enemies can't shoot. I do have a, pardon me, I do have a Meta Quest, a VR gaming device, basically.
Okay.
And one of the few games I bought on it is called Pistol Whip. And you're just, I know it sounds wrong. Pistol Whip? Pistol something.
Yeah.
But basically, you're in a virtual reality zone, so you're just going through this arena, and enemies are popping up. It's kind of like an arcade game.
Okay.
And you feel like John Wick, just shoot pistols both sides, right? And it's like Guitar Hero. It's time to the music and such. So you have to shoot them in the head, on the beat. And that's how you get maximum points. Okay. So the reason I bring it up, APEM reminded me. You can go into the settings. You can make your opponent's heads bigger, so they're easier targets.
Okay.
You can make them not shoot you back.
Okay.
And you can give yourself unlimited ammo.
Oh, okay.
And I kid you not, Sam, it is the best stress reliever of all time.
Yeah.
Just put yourself in VR, fully immersive, God mode on, and just bang, bang, bang. All you're doing is just releasing poker stress. Believe's doing what Believe does best, raising it up, pretty light on the button. But time for it. As much as his antics have been working out, his time is shorter than what he came in with. Pavana is the beneficiary, 2.1 million. APEM or APEM as I'll call it, just to be shorter, is hanging around, 9 bigs.
Going back to the Meta Quest, do you have the game where you pressure wash the cars?
No, but I've seen videos of it as well.
That's the most ridiculous game ever.
I see it. It seems oddly satisfying.
Can you imagine just being a parent calling up to your kid, "Hey, clean your room. Sorry, I'm virtually cleaning cars right now."
Actually, I just remembered, I've tried it.
Yeah.
I tried like a demo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just in like this fake garage, basically. And you start off with a dirty car, and the more you wash, the more the colors come out, the more the muck hits the floor. I'll tell you what, if it was more realistic, which the MetaQuest is not, it's because of memory considerations. It's a little bit like Nintendo Wii graphics, if you remember that. If it was a lot more photorealistic, I think it'd be an amazing game. And by the way, yeah, you mentioned the kids, but you know, some people have OCD.
Yeah.
And it would just be like heaven to them.
Wow, Believes really just running into it. He is opening very wide, so highest chance to run into it, but you know, button open twice, cut off open.
Keep taking stabs. All the times he picks up 2.5 bigs in the middle. Makes it worth it when he does get jammed on. As long as he doesn't call. This one's close again, actually. What do you think, Ace-8? Doable?
No, I don't think so. Suited. Sure.
Folds pretty quickly. One of the biggest games on the MetaQuest, mind you, is... I forget the name, but you're a gorilla. You're just in this area where there are other gorillas. And that's it. There's a few places you can climb.
Yep.
Just hang out. And you can talk to anybody you get close to. Because the microphone is inbuilt. It's a new world we live in, Sam. You and I are not meant for it. We're too old.
Yeah, yeah. But it's alright.
Enjoy it, kids. Eight of diamonds for the chip leader. You best believe it's going to get raised up. The only question is sizing. Ace-Jack suited. Once again, a strong holding behind Believes. How does Yong respond? 18 bigs. Way too strong to fold, but consider timidly calling. I'd much prefer a 3-bet considering who the opener is. And don't forget, he has been 3-betting super small. Let's see if that continues as well. Looks like it's about to. Yep. Doubles it.
That's alright. 9-8 suited can still call.
Oh, what's this? Look at Paunas.
I saw that.
Is that his mask on his
I think so, yeah.
eyes? We'll wait to cut back to a shot of Paunas taking a power nap. Pardon the alliteration. That was not intentional. Flop. These two have had their shares of battle, and look at this flop. This is why you charge the 9-8 suited a lot more. It is just so playable. 6-5 deuce, 2 diamonds, 2 overs, gut shot to the nuts, and the flush draw. And he checks it. Over 1 SPR, but not by much. And another club, but it is the 9. This is dangerous. 2 overs and a flush draw for Yong now. He's likely to call any bet. Not that big, 35% of the pot. Don't see Yong going anywhere. Oh, he jams it. Bad timing. This is getting insta-called. And he is going to be at risk. Plenty of outs, but just 1 card to come. As the players look on a small pay jump. I do mean small, just 1 by 1,000 bahts or so, but everybody wants to not be the first one out. Currently it's Yong at risk of doing exactly that. 10 outs, and that's not one of them. GG, sir.
Nice camaraderie shared. Believes adding to his massive chip stack. Close to 4 mil, I believe. Good game to Young. Even in his name.
Good game, 789. Rich get richer, 2 short stacks, 11 and 11. All eyes on them now.
Joe picking up the 9-7 of clubs. Don't think these are spots you want to be using your time bank for. 2 of them used on very small pre-flop decisions. Was all in.
I like it, going after the blinds and antes. Maybe somebody in chat has guessed Joe. Seemed very invested in the decision. Shirin or Kyron in chat. Did you see Pavanas inhale something? Are we allowing performance-enhancing substances on the table?
Performance-enhancing. I think it's sort of like those nose strips. You see, I saw them a lot in Macau. I think it's just to clear out your sinuses, which I guess is performance-enhancing.
Interesting. Yeah, you gotta take every edge you can, for sure. Queen on the flop. Easy life. Flops believes almost dead. Believes does not fire. Scare card now. Check, check again. No value being extracted, but very well done by Pavanas to let Believes catch. Works out like a charm.
Yeah, it looks like Lee's just gonna snap call this. He's already got call-in chips in his hand.
Calling chip, in fact.
Yeah.
Small hit, one he can certainly take. Pavanas is slowly chipped up. He's the only one within striking distance of Believes.
8 deuce offsuit not playable for Joe. Lewis believes, better believes it would be in there.
I like it. Well, there you go. You better believe.
He's going to be raising the king nine.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he's playing it. Depends how.
Style definitely seems to be to raise it up. Great chips being grabbed, 100k apiece. Many blinds being thrown into the pot, and 7-3 suited. Has to let it go. I think believes paired his hand.
Seemed like it.
We saw the super high roller have a vacuum cleaner on the table. Is believes that person as well. He's trying his best.
He is.
Can I just say, minor OCD, but finally in our wide shot of the poker room we have here at the City of Dreams, the 2 tables right in the middle of the frame are finally full. It was tilting me. And every time we'd cut to it, everything but the front 2 tables will have some action. Yeah. Looks like we have a full poker room here at 10:30 p.m. The women's event going strong, $137 buy-in, 76 runners in that. Always great to see. If you come down to an APT, including Manila, you'll be amazed to see the number of women here. Not common in most poker rooms, but APT makes a special effort, not just in terms of women's events, but being as diversity friendly as possible. Looking forward to seeing who ships that one. Also have some of our mixed games in full swing. The limit triple draw dealer's choice is on right now. 6 games on offer over there. Down to just 3 in the Big O pot limit variety. Big O is 5 card pot limit Omaha High though. Hefty buy-in for that one. 60,000 Filipino pesos. $1,000 essentially. Let's see what we have coming up. Do have a pot limit Omaha tournament running, a hyper turbo. Those are $137 buy-in ones. A hyper turbo high roller, that's in quotes, it's $427. And then a single draw deuce to 7 no limit hyper turbo. All in full swing. Mind you, the Superstar still running. I mentioned a bunch of 100, 300, 400, even as high as 1,000 USD buy-in. Most of them weighted towards the smaller ones. But the $25,000 buy-ins, just yet another table amongst the 66 tables at the venue. People battling after putting up $25,000. Incredible. Oh, this is a spot. Small versus big battle, and APM got a bit frisky. Joe has an ace. He should know he has to call at this stack depth. Time bank being used. Don't blame him for this one. It would be better to look at the player than the chip stack perhaps as the count is being made to make a decision. As I mentioned, with the ante in play, he should know any ace is going to be good enough. He does know that, makes the call. Very well played, very nicely done. Respect the champ from APM as well. Now down to 2 live ones. Still 35% equity is 35% equity. Crucial flop coming up. It's going to be effectively for one of their tournament lives. APM at risk. Queen Jack 3 is absolutely safe for 8-6. 2 8s folded, so 4 outs going twice. Down to now just 11% on the final street. And the 9, so close, yet so far we lose our 5th place finisher. Quick confirmation of chip count, but the bad news isn't coming. That's that, down to 4. Joe no longer at risk as he has been throughout most of our final table. Feel a lot more comfortable absorbing the other short stack. No short stack now really. Joe still short as tied essentially with Tesseract. 22 and 23 bigs is plenty. Oh, and I just heard blinds going up.
Is it 30K, 60K? Very small jump. Yeah, it looks like next jump 40K, 80K, a very good structure here.
Yeah, that's the big one we tend to have. So sort of you go small jump, small jump, small jump, slightly larger jump. I'm going to change that again. Because we go from 80 to 100. Depending on the breaks, we have in this case a big jump coming after the 60K level, going to 80, a 33% jump.
Yeah.
And then they get increasingly smaller, such as the one we just experienced, from 50 to 60. All based on player feedback, of course. Some amazing structures to be found in our marquee events as well. You and I were talking about rolling back the blinds. That's something we do for all the Mega Lion events. High rollers, the super high roller, and the main. If you get to the final table and the average big blind is lower than 30 bigs, you roll back the blind levels until it is at least 30 bigs. It could be higher.
Oh, wow. That one is continuing 9-3 offsuit here. And 8 Tesseract flopping bottom pair. One is improving to a gut shot.
What is the plan after defending 9-3 off? Is he planning to get cheeky? Nah.
Would have thought a raise would be in order.
Certainly easier for us once we can see the holdings. I'd say I blame him for folding, but has to have more of a strategic plan. Falling pre-flop, 9-3 off is going to connect so infrequently.
go. Very loose button opens, 4-3 suited. A little bit on the better side of what he has been opening. He is quite deep.
I'm just amazed Believes hasn't been involved for a while.
I know, eh? He has been card dead. It hasn't stopped him. He has been card dead. Pretty much this whole 25-hand final table.
Both lines coming along with the button open, and it's 7-3 king. Middle pair for Believes, bottom pair for Joe. Backdoors only for Bhavana's. Joe, who was the pre-flop aggressor in position, about to fire with his bottom pair. Does not want to hit the 4. He just found the double up. Almost double up, having eliminated a player, but hitting it to 2 people is risky. Board is rainbow. He has backdoors himself. He's comfortable in position. Seems very unlikely for him to get raised, and I suspect Believes comes along as well. There we go. Joe well behind. 4 would be trouble. Queen. Both players can't love it. Shouldn't really connect with either player, but Believes has a much wider range than most people on this table.
I think it just goes check, check on the turn. 10 of clubs on the river, another overcard to both of their pairs.
That does tend to happen when you have 2 small ones. Oh my word. Is this a value bet or a merge? I don't know. Unlikely to fold out better. Maybe with the exception of 8s, 9s. That's about it. Could get called by worse with the hand that Joe does have. Let's call it a value bet.
Yeah, sure.
Hint value bet. We'll definitely have to call it a value bet if it works. And Joe does like to take his time, but arguably is actually considering it. It involves a time bank.
Really tough to make this call. You know, Believes has to float out of position with what exactly? 5-6?
All the straight draw combos. Obviously, a 4 is not ideal since it blocks some of them, but 6-5, 6-4, 5-4. Doesn't pay it off.
Joe out of time banks now, though. It's been a little bit too liberal with them. You do get 30 seconds to act in this event. After that, your hand will be folded if you don't make a decision.
And each time bank is good for?
Another 30 seconds.
This is the high level finals event, ladies and gentlemen. Closing less than 15 minutes.
All in by Pavanas.
big, isn't it? It's like 30 big blinds?
Maybe it's just an open. It can't be jamming.
Okay.
When the chip leader is on his left. So there we go, 130k. Queen Jack suited. Nice hand for Tesseract. Not sure why he's upset.
Eight, 3, 7. Neither player connecting here. All medium to low cards. Kawanas with the betting lead.
Let's see how the nap has worked out for Pavanas.
Oh, wow.
Comes long. Out of position float with just Queen Jack. But the bet was just one big blind. Break. Now what? Does Pavanas want to go after again? Tesseract checks and flow. Naturally fire on the deuce of spades. Tesseract, that is. With the board remaining unchanged. Pavanas.
Mr. Su Ling Tan, Korea. Su Ling Tan from the Vigo Masters.
Does not stab. Has the best of it for now. Nine. Easy life. Top pair, second best kicker, rainbow board, so likely to be the best hand. Tesseract after the float does not try to steal the pot, so could avoid further trouble. There we go. 6-5 off, good enough. And 4 of diamonds. Stack is pretty short, but it's suited, and it's only one extra big.
And you know, believes is raising incredibly wide.
Actually has the best hand with 10 high. 58% equity as well. Queen, King, Jack, all hearts. No player has a heart. Open ender for Joe, but he has to be worried about that flop. I don't see how Believes loses this spot. Kind of board that the big blind caller simply cannot continue with unless it literally flopped a flush. does have a 10 blocker. It's touching his cards. Should be a fold. There we go.
Leaves adding even more chips to his stack.
King on the button, usually playable.
What is that he's got in his hand? Silly putty? Oh no, it's the nasal like fix.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I think players are prioritizing their sinus health at this table.
Whatever helps. There's so few edges left in poker. Gotta take the nasal ones while you can. Those breathing strips are all over poker world. You mentioned Macau. Certainly see them in Vegas as well. This seems to be the Thai version. Seven, 6. Pretty good for the 9-8. Good enough to lead, it seems. He's really made the most of his short stack and continues to do so. And the quick float by Pavanas.
It's quite loose.
Another 7. Not what you want to see when you're chasing a straight draw. Much fewer hands he can rep now, but seems to be looking down at his chips. Going to be repping a 6 if he bets here. Has to be where his opponent has one, but also draws that would fold to a bet. Those draws tend to be like the one he has, so he is blocking kinds of holdings he wants his opponent to have. Now the king high call seems a lot more reasonable. On a board like this, any bet from Joe is likely polarized. In this case, it's air. Absolute brick on the river. Now what? 9 high, 8 SPR.
Want to go for it?
0.8, I should say. 80% SPR. Or 25k in a stack. It would make for a convincing bluff were he the champ. Has to be worried his opponent would snap him off with a 6. Oh wow. What a move.
Does go for it. A quick fold from Puanas. Very nice. Oh, huge pickup there, 280k. Leaves there with a massive, massive chip stack. All right, Moana is king 6 suited this time. Does have the big stack to worry about to his direct left. Goes for the raise, 200K, 2.5 big blinds, a little bit on the small side. Oh. Well, if it gets Jack 7 to fold, then a very, very good sizing. Lee's still with an incredible chip lead, has half the chips in play in front of him. Joe getting after it. King 3 suited under the gun, opening it up. Tesseract got a very defendable Queen 10 offsuit here in the big blind. Makes the call. We're going to take a flop. King 9-4. Joe flopping top pair. Weak kicker here versus Tesseract's gut shot. Goes with a small bet here. And a quick call from Tesseract. I think it's a little bit too loose versus under the gun. It is a small, small bet. Wow, it just banks the Jack of Hearts on the turn, giving him the nut straight. There is a flush available. Let's see if Joe continues barreling here. The only way Joe doesn't lose even more chips here is if he checks and another heart comes off on the river. Does go for the check. 4 of clubs on the river. Right, going for half pot here. $275,000. Looks like Joe's going for the quick call. Already counting out how much that would be of his stack. There it is, the call. He's going to get the bad news when Tesseract flops over the straight. Joe crushed down to 400K, only 5 big blinds now. Not much he could have done there. Joe Ramel just 5 big blinds. Tesseract up to 21 now, a very healthy stack. As the blinds have gone up once again to 40K, 80K. Awanaz now with the king, queen under the gun. Opening things up. Ooh, 8-7 suited hits the muck. Small blind. Oh, this might be it for Joe Ramel. He's so short. Any king will do, and he's going to get the very bad news that he is dominated by the king, queen offsuit of Pawanaz. Still, 31% is not bad, considering dominated. 740K in the middle. Joe Ramel at risk here. Here we go to a flop. Joe needs to hit a 3. Ace, queen, 6 is very bad news for Joe. He needs running 3s. And I don't think anything else. That is it. Joe Ramel will be going home in 4th place. Still has a main event ticket. Pawanaz up to 2.4 million in chips. Good game, Joe Ramel.
Does get almost 500 USD. 16,000 baht. Down to 3. Believes has 50% of the chips in place, so still in control as he has been.
That's still a pretty big one. That's 13 buy-ins. If you don't count his free roll.
500 USD?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, which is usually like how much a tournament win is for a smaller field.
16 buy-ins to be precise. 1,000 baht the buy-in. 16,000 is the price actually in the local currency. Not to mention the package, so a proper return, not just the main event ticket, which, you know, people do convince themselves maybe might not lead to anything monetary, but that's 16 buy-in. Great point. Can play this exact event 16 more times. Join us every time. Stephen Lai would be happy hearing us talk like this. Loves calculating everything in buy-ins for ICM consideration.
He does, he does. Final 3, and once again, everyone is quite deep. Believes not wanting to give up any amount of that chip lead.
He has been relentless, and as we get short-handed, being relentless is actually a very useful quality. Tesseract actually has about the chip count he came in with. Still good for 20 bigs. Pavanas actually has close to the chip count he came in with as well. Mr. Vacuum Cleaner has been added. 8-7 suited now in the big. Two options. Call. Or the believes option. Pressure. It's a button open, mind you. It's going to be wide. Just a call.
Jack 10-7. Both players catching a decent piece of this board.
Could be action. Don't see either player going anywhere for a couple of streets. Big bet and a call. It's the middle pair in position, so pot control could be warranted. That being said, value to be had against a player like Believe. Hand exactly like the one he has. Should pay off the turn, might not pay off the river. That being said, it does go check, check. Brick on the river. I know it's scary, but this is one of those must value bet spots. As played, Believe should not really have any check raises. Tesseract has put it together, going for value. Love it. The only thing is you have to be prepared to call in case Believes does check raise. It's something you have to almost pre-decide before firing. Backdoor flush got there. Nice fold.
Yeah, nice.
Almost 2 million for Tesseract. Thanks, getting closer and closer. I'm guessing the superstar is certainly done for today. Take a look where it ended up. 12 entries. Yeah, that's $25,000, so not your ordinary tournament.
Still running?
Is it?
Ooh, might be.
Let's see how long it goes for. It's scheduled to run for, yeah, about like 11 hours today. What a grind, man. 7 players left. Could be down to the final 6 depending on how the last level or so goes. Gonna be a fun one tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. Hit subscribe while you're here in case you haven't before. We're streaming or to the math. 6 more days, is it?
Yes, 4 main events.
One
the
superstar
tomorrow, and then the super high roller final day on our final day of play.
There you go. All the good stuff yet to come. It's the one you certainly want to tune in for. And then a similar schedule for APT Fukuoka. It kicks off 8th of November. Streaming kicks off on the 14th. Kind of the exact schedule that Sam just recounted. While we have a walk for Pavanas, going to take a look at who survived in the Superstar. Mehdi, Mr. Morocco #1 is in there. Daniel Nielsen. I did see him extremely sloshed last night, and yet here he is playing at 25,000 USD. I don't get to complain about hangovers anymore. The man is just a beast. Joseph Chong from the US. No surprise, he is simply one of the best. Mike Takayama from Philippines. There's going to be some local rails tomorrow, not just for him, but also for Bernardino Maxake. Pardon me, not sure exactly how to say it, but also a Filipino hero, perhaps legend in the making, approaching almost $1 million on his Hendon Mob. Oh, another familiar face from the Super High Roller. The winner of the Super High Roller did not end up participating, but Paulius is in there from Lithuania. He was on the final table. And lastly, Vincent Huang, who was, I believe, third place finisher in the Super High Roller from New Zealand. So 7 players and 5 flags. Pretty cool. Actually, just realized only the locals are from Asia. That's pretty cool as well, in a way.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody else has flown in for the privilege. I kid, of course. We're very grateful to have them around. Not just to participate in this tournament, but really increases the excitement of being on the floor when you're sometimes literally sitting right next to some poker legends. It's also the unique part about poker. We're all equal. The $100 tournament and the $25,000 tournament, all happening in the same venue, same floor, same tables, same dealers, same chips sometimes. Payouts being asked for. It's a fair question. 586 USD locked up. Essentially 19,000 pots. 25,000 is the next pay jump. It's a hefty one. Almost $200. And then finally, we jump to 36,000 pot.
Here we finally have a loose open, not by Believes, but Believes is the one to pick up a proper hand. Finally, pocket queens now in the small blind.
Sam, isn't this a mirror image? 10-3 versus queens in the small blind.
Yes, it is.
It was reversed. It was Believes who had 10-3 on the button, and I think his opponent was Yong. In that case, Yong did his patented min free bet. In this case, the sizing a bit more normal. 10-3 can release. 10-3 off being opened twice on the button and running into queens both times. Glitch in the matrix.
Yes, yes indeed.
So the screens next to our feature table this time, ones we're sitting quite close to actually, just on the other side of them, are displaying not only main event winners but all the APT line winners. Many of them are playing around the venue still. I think it's a cool addition to the game. Just that extra incentive to go for it makes every final table more juicy.
Yes, I agree.
A hand that Believes can fold, finally. 8 deuce off on the button. Limp and 5s in the big.
On 17 big blinds. Could just see it all in here.
3x is the ask. Jack 8 does not want to come along, understandable.
Stacks haven't changed too much since we began three-handed. No big pots yet.
Actually, the exact same ratio, just that the blinds are up. Believes with almost exactly 50%. Rags on the button. The king in a 9. Amadas knows it's mighty good, but how does he want to approach it? He hasn't seen them yet. Now he does. Just a limp. Staying balanced against the chip leader who does take the bait. Call with the king 9 off. Nine is on the flop, much more comfortable than he was a moment ago, no doubt. It's the kind of board that could get Believes in trouble. Now 4 to a straight. Never mind the comfort. Gonna bet it. More protection in a way. Oh, it's been checked, and now Believes takes the stab with the 4 high as one would.
Oh, now it sticks around.
Pairs. 1.3 million in the middle. I suspect Bhavnas is happy to check call a small bluff. What if Believes puts maximum pressure? He knows he needs to. Oh, that's not maximum, but it's hefty. Grays are 100k apiece. Arguably pretty convincing in terms of a bet with a straight, but Bhavana's could feel like Believes is most likely the player to make a bluff like this.
I like the size. I think the story he's trying to tell is a 5. So a lot of his 10 hands are going to be betting the flop. Maybe a hand like pocket 5s or 5-4 decides to check the flop, gets there on the turn and decides to bet, but Bhavana's counting chips. Not a good sign.
And much harder.
Choose.
My apologies, Sam. I was just thinking out loud. Much harder to raise 5s pre-flop the way Believes did. That being said, he has 4-3. Could be a factor for Pavanas. Looks like 2 overs, maybe trying to bully. And exactly like Pavanas is. If he heroes this, by the way, he's going to be the clear chip leader. Really in the blender. Is he about to do it? Yeah. None of that. A new chip leader emerges.
Wow. Very nice call, Pavanas.
You think there's any factor in the call apart from beliefs? This is what happens when you build a reputation bullying the entire table. In clutch moments like this, your opponents do look you up a bit lighter than usual. That being said, a 9 in a heads-up pot. Tough to fold.
Yeah. But gotta give credit to Believes. Very nice bluff attempt there. Just 4 high. I really like the way he played the hand. Didn't work out for him this time.
Button open with the 9-5 takes it down. So instantly. Pavanas now 3.9 million. Ready to wield that chip stack, it seems. Believe seems calm. Doesn't seem to regret his decision. Pocket nines. Upper hand on the button. All the grays have disappeared from his stack. That's sad.
We'll see if he can get some back this hand.
Not from the A3 suited, which is folded already. Hey, there you go. King 6 off. Love being up against a hand like this, considering if there is a king, you can see it. In position, nines performing really well. 5-4 deuce means actually the 6 that has a shot of an upset. Kings and 3s are the outs. This is what you want when you've been the most active player. An overpair on a low board looks very bluffy most of the time, considering three-way button opening ranges. There's just no way Pavanas with all the chips can let go of his hand yet. He has a gut shot to the higher straight. 2 overs to the board as well. Is he contemplating a check raise, you think?
Wow. That is really tight.
Never mind. Seems to have some X-ray vision. Did not want to continue despite the equity and was up against a much better hand, so somehow making the right decision. Their stacks much closer now. 36 and 32. That's what happens when some of these tables, Sam, thinking back to even the challenge, the Queens event, we have been surprised by the plays. Not exactly like watching the super high rollers. Actually, that one was mighty surprising as well, so.
Yeah.
Everyone keeping us guessing in the booth.
Keeping us on our toes here. We love it.
You can only imagine the Superstar Challenge tomorrow will have its own flavor, and then we're off to the races, the main event.
Ooh, down to 4 players. The Superstar Challenge. It was just 6 about 5 minutes ago. I imagine they're going to play down till they're in the money.
Wow.
Wow. So we've got Joseph Cheong still in the mix. Mike Takayama from the Philippines. Vamardino Magsake also from the Philippines. And Vincent Huang from New Zealand, who got 3rd place yesterday in the super high roller.
3 places paid. I believe 3 million, the minimum payout is about
more than 2x, I think 1.5 was the buy-in.
Actually, that would be almost exactly double the buy-in, yeah, you're right. So 50,000 or so. 8 million up top. Over 125. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, maybe 135,000 USD. So that's what we're going to be playing for tomorrow.
Yeah, I imagine they're just going to play down to till they're in the money. Nobody wants to come back after 12 hours of poker and bubble tomorrow.
Definitely, if that's what the players want to do, we will cater to it given the nature of the event. That being said, if the clock runs out, some player might have to live with it. Jack 8 off now. As the chip leader, certainly his prerogative to raise. Ace Queen, once again, Pavanas opens light and believes wakes up with a proper holding. In comes the 3-bet. And this will even out stacks quite nicely, assuming the 3-bet cannot get called. I feel like Tesseract is just sitting there waiting for the bigger stacks to implode. That being said, with the ICM considerations being weighted towards wanting to come first, it's not exactly the strategy I would recommend. But he has to be surprised at how much the two chip leaders are going at it. Pavana's pausing, could be posturing. Yeah, that's a go. Almost even stacks now.
Leaves is coming back. 34 big blinds now.
Very playable, very jammable as well with 12 bigs.
Yep, there it is. All in. 13 big blinds. Pavanas with dust. Cannot make the call with 6 deuce off.
Big pickup, up to 15 bigs now.
I do remember some of the Google translations. I still have one that sticks in my mind. It was, the chip is straight, but bigger than the road bike. I have no idea what he was trying to say, but I still love it. I jokingly say it to my friends sometimes.
Yeah, it is like a Zen master philosophy kind of quote.
That makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, most of them don't, at least to a humble mind like mine. It may as well be. Say it again, the chip is straight
but bigger than the road bike.
You know, the chip is straight but bigger than the road bike. Suddenly it does kind of make sense the more you say it.
Ooh, both players picking up a flush draw here. Leaves has half of a gut shot. Very deceiving. Looks like a few cards give him a straight. 8, 5, or 3, but none of them really do.
Somehow, I know exactly what you mean. Queen, but it's diamonds. Either way, helps Pavanas. And helps him more than he knows. Could get value now. Certainly seemed impossible a moment ago. Quick look at the clock and a flick of his amazing hair. And comes the value bet. I don't see Believes getting away from this. Oh, it's one big. Wow. What a fold. How exploitative is that? He just knows Pavanas is never bluffing for that sizing.
Incredible.
That's kind of sick.
I just tried to bluff like that in a cash game. 500 to a pot of 6K.
Yeah.
He almost folded a full house.
Oh, wow.
It's Jack 6-6 and he had flopped deuces.
Right.
So he loses to everything. But he said donation and calls like, nope, you win.
Oh, worst feeling when they say donation. You know they don't mean it.
No.
One of my proudest moments of my short-lived cash game career was knowing that if I jammed with just 5 or maybe 8% of pot behind left, it can just never be a bluff. And so I decided to bluff. And the guy just folded.
Oh, wow.
I almost took a victory lap around the table. Just felt like it would be out of line. But I flicked over those cards in pride so quickly.
Oh, that's gross.
Got the unsaid high fives from the rest of the table while they were being polite as well.
You know, I tried that and I got snapped off. The guy's like, oh, too cheap, must call.
You know what made the difference? You played plenty of cash games where you're allowed to have cash on the table.
Oh, yeah.
And the remainder of the pot was $100 bill and some change. And it just looks so strong, man.
Yeah.
Putting the extra cash in there. You know what I mean? Person feels like they need to call real money as opposed to chips to take it down.
Yeah.
And how can I ever be bluffing? These are things you do when you're young and silly and trying to emulate Tom Dwan. 99% of the time they don't work. I just remember the one time it did.
There we go, 10-8 suited, very playable.
Break time, left hand. 15 minutes for break. Break. 5,000.
Queen 4. Coming along. I kid you not. I think one of these two is going to eliminate the other. They're just going at it.
Yeah, this is a pretty spicy flop. Leaves backdoor flush draw. Got shot bottom pair versus Pawanaz's top pair. Oh,
Jin.
Turns the straight with the straight flush redraw. Pawanaz can only chop now. I like it. Small bet. Wants to keep all of Pawanaz's hands in the mix.
Just a queen weak kicker isn't exactly top of range, but as we saw with the hero call against Believes, certainly should make the cut for one more street.
Just a call. 1.5 million in this pot. 4 spades. No.
Brutal. 2 pair for Pavanas, the worst card in the deck perhaps for him, barring a queen, and now Believes can value bet, and Pavanas should be in a difficult spot.
I think he can go pretty big here. Pavanas either has showdown value or nothing at all.
There's also metagame to consider. Pavanas just hero call Believes.
Oh, just 400k. I think, yeah, snap call. Gets shown the bad news.
He's back, Believes, in proper pole position, 4.6 million in chips. Tough run out there for Pavanas. And with that, I do believe we've hit our break. It's a quick one, just 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We're three-handed, and we're going to come back and close out the APT Thailand exclusive. See you shortly.
Welcome to Asia's largest online poker room. Our next generation poker software is now initiating. Elevate your online experience with a wide variety of poker variations to choose from. Get fully immersed with fun and social features. Level up your game with PokerCraft and Smart HUD. Unlock a wealth of rewards including cashback, bonuses, and jackpots. Join world-class poker tournaments featuring some of the world's most renowned brands and the largest guaranteed prize pools in the world. Experience the best in customer service and hassle-free transactions for a seamless online gaming experience. With online poker available on all your devices, you'll be able to play your favorite games anytime, anywhere. Sign up now and elevate your online poker experience today.
สำเนียงผมไม่ดีพอใช่ไหมคนละแรงอย่าพอเก็ตเราพอแล้วโอ้ยคนละแรงเส้นชัดคำนวณละก็กินหมดเลยถ้าผมแยกนะไม่หรอกก็ปล่อยให้มันเยอะเหลือถ้าผมแยกขนาดเหลือได้เสียได้แต่เสียไงได้หรอได้ไปต้องรู้ให้อนาคตเรื่องร้อยได้เลยกินตีมั้ยเนี่ย
ว่ะต่อไปได้เล่นกันยาวๆจบเราต้อง
เกี่ยวไปเกี่ยวมาใช่อ่ะเฮ้ยไม่แย่แล้วพี่ไม่ cover หรอก cover ก็แย่แล้วอย่างนี้มันจะเอาทิ้งแต่ไม่ได้cover อยู่แล้วต้องเห็นงานอะไรไม่คู่อ่ะออกมาบนอ่ะไปแล้วคนแรกอ่ะตามผ่าไม่เขาผ่าเอาดินไปต่อที่อย่าให้มีอะไรสั่งไปไงอ่ะ
Welcome to Asia's largest online poker room. Our next generation poker software is now initiating. Elevate your online experience with a wide variety of poker variations to choose from. Get fully immersed with fun and social features. Level up your game with PokerCraft and Smart HUD. Unlock a wealth of rewards including cashback, bonuses, and jackpots. Join world-class poker tournaments featuring some of the world's most renowned brands and the largest guaranteed prize pools in the world. Experience the best in customer service and hassle-free transactions for a seamless online gaming experience. With online poker available on all your devices, you'll be able to play your favorite games anytime, anywhere. Sign up now and elevate your online poker experience today.
Welcome back to APT Manila 2024. We are covering the APT Thailand exclusive event. We are down to our final three with Believes taking back his chip lead, playing for it all, the 36,000 Thai baht up top, as well as the mini APT Lion Trophy. My name is Sam Insel. I am, as always, joined by Vidur Single here in the booth. How you doing, Vidur?
Doing very well. We're down to three-handed. It's all to play for, as you mentioned. Some pay jumps in the mix. 586 USD locked up, going all the way up to about 1100. But it is the Lion that is on offer. That should be exciting. The remaining three candidates, we do look forward to having them in the main event, as all 6 of our final tablists did get a main event entry. Not to mention Flights and Stay. Not too shabby. As we head into 300 action, you mentioned Believes back with the chip lead, the most active player on this table. The thing about being a super aggro is that being short-handed actually really helps your cause unless you come up against a big hand. Meanwhile, Tesseract has been sitting there grinding his short stack, watching the fireworks between the other two big stacks. Very curious how that all plays out. And of course, Pavanas is the one who lost the chip lead to the unfortunate 2-pair on the river against Believes. So let's see if he can mount his comeback. He's been steady as a rock, just not having the best of it. Believes has been pretty aggressive, and Tesseract, as Teddy KGB would say, hanging around.
Hanging around indeed. We are on hand number 48, so quite a few hands been played. Here we are, the players back in their seats after the break. Going down, I believe the blind levels have gone up to 60k, 120k, so it will eat into their blinds just a little bit here. Not a big jump though, 20%.
Here's the 360. It's 11:45 p.m. local time, so the shot is 30 minutes ago with our delay. Almost captured the rest of the poker floor. Soon though, I'm sure we'll show you the view from the feature table. Any update on the Superstar, Sam? You did mention we're down to 4. Very curious if we're actually going to play down to in the money. That's the 25k event we're talking about, 25,000 USD buy-in.
I actually walked over there, got 2 stacks on about 3 or 400k. What are the blinds at right now? Say?
25,000
okay.
is the big blind.
So 2 stacks around 10 big blinds. I saw Joseph Cheon with a massive 1.4 million in chips. Something like that. I think 2 big stacks of greens and some change. So yeah, this could be his second win for the Superstar Challenge. Coming into the chip lead right now. He did win it in Jeju. Back to the hand, Pawanas versus Believes. These two are battling it out. Ace, ace, king, 10 board. Pawanas clipping the 10 on the turn. Believes picking up a gut shot here. That's out for 150k. A quick call from Pawanas. Backdoor flush does come in. Goes check, check. Pawanas is going to pick that one up.
Believes still has the table covered. About 70 big blinds in play. Certainly the way Believes has been going, I don't see it lasting until the next break. But that being said, anyone's match at this moment, including Tesseract, one double up. He'll be right even stacked with second and chips. So they are on the final level of play, Sam, in the Superstar Challenge, and I don't think they will extend it. Could be that you and I are coming back on the stone bubble of the $25,000 buy-in with just four-handed action.
That would be crazy.
I'm not sure that this is biased one way or the other, but I'm kind of rooting for that.
I would like to see the bubble play.
Yeah.
Very entertaining.
Simply means that all four players need to survive for the next 25 minutes in real time. Meanwhile, back to our own final table. Three-handed action. 8 bigs for the short stack.
Putting chips into the middle. Ooh, Tesseract all in here with his 8.4 big blinds, ace deuce suited.
Oh, he's picked up chips. He's willing to gamble. We've seen that. Back to the 8-5 suited call. I wonder if this is the right price against the range of holdings that Tesseract can have.
8.4 bigs.
Getting 2-1. Precisely.
Yeah, I think it's pretty close.
As the chip leader, though, he has that metagame incentive to keep the short stack around.
Yeah.
His chips are actually more valuable with the short stack around than without.
Very true.
Yeah, let's go for it, he says.
Let's do it. 38%, not bad, getting a good price. That's right, we have a very healthy 2.3 million manages to hold here.
Let's, if we can get the camera on his good luck charm that he was kissing, was it a monkey? Had a tail.
I'm not sure. Can get another look at it.
He's ahead, but needs that luck. Survive. Oh my goodness. 10 in the window, but an ace does follow. If Tesseract can hold here, well, let me just pause.
What a turn.
A sweat. Any heart, any jack, any 10. The deuce though. 2 pair means the double up. And the stack suddenly very even. 3.4 for Believes. 2.26 for Tesseracts. Now very comfortable with 19 bigs. 2.5 for Pavanas. Older than 10 bigs of each other.
เห็น10ก่อนเองโป๊กเกอร์ไม่เคยง่ายเดี๋ยวเอาคืนอะไรนะ
King in a deuce. Too strong to fold. In the small, three-handed. You don't love it. At least not until you played a lot of tournament poker short-handed. Amina seems to know what to do. Raises it up. Leaves, just took a dent. Could be a tad more vulnerable. Ace, Jack, 4. Both players miss. King high still ahead. It's one of the reasons you raise from the small. A board that you can represent has emerged. And represent he does. Hefty bet. Makes sense, out of position. 2 spades on the flop. Gets it done. Very nice. And just like that, even stacks up top, believes in Pavanas within a blind of each other. Truly anyone's game now, as I had mentioned not too long ago. I have clearly been validated by the poker gods.
6-3 off, probably won't make the cut. King 4 on the other hand. Been raised and tesseract with the king 3 suited. Has to be tempted. Just 1.4 bigs. The raise is tiny. Not common from the small. Fine a deuce, believes with the betting lead. And the bigger chip stack certainly has an advantage on a board like this. 200k is not even 2 bigs. Ordinarily could consider a float with the back doors. Wouldn't seem in line with Tesseract's style thus far though. Let's go. We'll look for a better spot. Just reading up on the hand that got us down to 4-handed in the Superstar Challenge, thanks to our lovely live reporting team. This one covered by Zoe from the live reporting team. It was Mehdi versus Joseph Chong, 10s versus aces. 10 on the flop and ace on the river. Oh, that is gross.
Busting 25k with the resuck out, 2 outer. Not a feeling I'm familiar with, I must say.
Has been playing all day as well. He's one of the earliest entrants.
That's right.
That does hurt.
The 12th hour of play? My goodness.
Yeah.
My goodness. Queen 10. Queen 10 off. Weighing his options, 15 bigs. But find the jam is going for what seems like it's the call. Ah, he's limited, and now it's Bhavanas who could find the jam.
Ten, 6, 4. Tesseract flops top pair here. Bhavana's not much to go with here, though. Oh, I don't like this check. Now, with a hand like Queen 10, this street is the street to get value on. 3 of spades introduces quite a few 2 pairs, some pair plus straight draws. Lots of hands like that is definitely one of those cards that you actually can get value on the turn.
Finally heeds your advice. Bhavanas comes along, thinks there's a chance Ace-High his best. Jack of spades, check mark for Tesseract. Sort of a random overcard to the 10. He should find another value bet, realizing that his opponent is more likely to have connected with the undercards given the turn call. Gets to rep random 5s. After all, he did limp in the small, but he does check. A bit too timid. Ace-High should find the check behind. Trying to induce a bluff from all the missed straight draws that Bhavanas could have on a board like that, but all of his single pair hands should check behind. Bhavanas, by the way, throwing in the time bank. Maybe putting Tesseract on a 3. Wants to blow him off the hand. SPR is 1, mind you. Just to check. And just like that, Tesseract no longer the shortest stack. It's been a long journey, but here we are. Almost 200 of you following along. Sure, some friends and family are watching on the Thai channel as well, but to the extent you know any of the remaining players, let us know. Always fun to hear some poker stories. Last time around, I think I was being duped a little bit, saying that the chip leader started playing poker at 8 years old. It's the kind of apocryphal tale that gets circulated anytime somebody becomes a bit famous in the poker world, but I believed it. What else can you make me believe, chat?
All right, we're gonna see a flop.
You better believe it. 8-7 off, good enough. I-4-3. I like it. It's the kind of flop. Pardon me. It's the kind of flop that Believes might fight for. There we go. In comes the donk.
I like it.
And the laugh means Tesseract is done with the hand. I hate to say it, he's laughing as though there's not much he can do. He has the best of it. Believes actually has almost the nut low.
Takes it down.
The big jump is coming in 2 minutes. 80k, 160k is the next level. All stacks cut by 25%.
King 3 deuce. Tesseract connecting a little bit here. Middle pair. Leaves, just checks it. Not interested in betting a few of his backdoor draws. Wow, 200k bet. It's quite big. Over half pot. Ah, that was his plan. He goes for the check raise here.
Nice.
Very small. 450k, I like it.
Tesseract is not laughing now. Heads up pot, he has a proper hand. Too early to fold, in my opinion. And he seems to agree, comes along. This might get hairy to navigate. 1.3 million in the middle, 1.65 in a stack. 8 gives the best hand to Believes. Ironically, it might slow him down. Well, never mind. Great chips being held. Just does not believe his opponent has a king. And in comes the smile and the laughter, which means a fold is imminent.
There's no way he calls after this, right?
Yeah, it's not like he's in an all-in situation. Can't laugh and then face another street.
Yeah, yeah.
I hate to say it, but he's not going to be laughing when he checks out the stream. That being said, I've been sucked out on. 8 meant he no longer had the best hand, so good fold, but let's face it, Believes was going to be double barreling no matter what after check raising the 8-4 suit.
Here we go, 6-4 suited. Ooh, blinds are up, 80k, 160k now.
This is a great spot for Parmenas to 3-bet jam. An ace on the big blind against the button open from Believes. With the blinds going up, he takes the spot. Believes is going to pretend he's interested in a count. He has called off light a few times, but this would be way too light, even for the likes of Believes.
Yeah, a little too big as well. I think once he realizes 12, he'll get rid of it.
Wow, with three-handed, you tend not to know too much information about the folded cards, obviously. Look how much equity 6-4 suited has.
Yeah, it's actually crazy. almost as if aces were folded.
Yeah, even though we didn't see any. And I forget, do we take into account the burn cards or no?
No.
1,900,000.
Just the shown cards.
Suited connectors and one gappers, man. More equity than you think. But not enough to call, believes. Don't do it.
There we go. Pawana's taking it down. Chipping up to 16 big blinds now. Lee still with a good lead, 4.1 mil. Half the chips in play.
Ace on the button. In comes the jam, surely. Yep. Nice close-up shot there. And an ace in the small as well. Much harder to call than to jam.
I think this is supposed to be a call, ace 4 suited. We're under 10 big blinds. I think any suited ace. Let's it go. Nice pickup. Tesseract. We get to 2 million now.
Racks on the button for Pavanas. Kicks it down, attacks, short stacks big. $257 entries in Flight 1B. 2 flights to go, both tomorrow, 1C and 1D. 1C has 30-minute levels, advancing to 40 minutes towards the second half of the day. And the same structure for Flight 1D as well.
Not bad. Still 250 each day.
Suited king in the small, surely the jam with the 10 bigs. Oh, just a call. That's the 960, the flop for free in position. This is dangerous. 9 right in the window to prove my point. Tesseract drawing to just kings.
Pavanas, just a call here. Wow, King of Diamonds on the turn for Tesseract. Moves him to top pair. Pavanas cannot be loving that card.
What a bink. Oh, Tesseract getting tricky. It just might work considering top pair on the flop for Pavanas. But I have to say, betting would accomplish the same goal considering Pavanas has not been too out of line. Unlikely to be bluffing with all the hands that have some sort of drawing equity. In this case, the 400k comes in half pot, just as Tesseract planted. Now does he want to check call? He is going to be out of position and face the check on the river. Or does he want to get it in there? Tough to get called by worse despite how strong your hand is. Because you can't represent too many draws. Goes for the right option once he's taken this line. Check call. Much better approach. Some cards to dodge, mind you. 8 outs. The best card in the deck. Maybe the only one that can get him paid. Just goes king, king.
Incredible. Hope he's not thinking about leading here. Might give Pavanas a chance to get away. Yeah, it does go for the lead. So tough to be bluffing in this spot. Yeah, Pavanas just gets away. Figures it out.
Hmm? 23, 16, and 13 bigs. So the order has moved around a bit. Pavanas now the shortest stack.
Has been playing well though. Unfortunately, did just run into it there. Let's just get away.
Tesseract's stack is big enough to not need to jam with an ace on the button, just an open. Ramila in chat says momentum is real indeed. Tesseract running hot. Pocket 4's not for Believes. How much pressure does Believes want to put back on Tesseract? Sometimes momentum can get punished as well.
Hope he goes for the jam here. Nice. Very nice. He's gonna manage to fold out a hand that has 46% equity. pick up 600K in the middle. Very nice. Well played. Believes. And Tesseract as well. Nothing you can do there.
Once again, Believes has 50% of the chips in play. He may have jumped the gun about this tournament being over within the next couple of levels. This guy's really fighting it out. That's how we like to see it. After Believes took a bit of a hit, had to have slowed down a bit. Seem to be heading towards the 200,000 level.
All right, Pawanas. Try and pick up some chips here.
Action. Nice pickup though.
Yeah.
No longer the shortest time. Tough to pick a favorite here. Everybody has their own playing styles. Seems like Tesseract has definitely picked his moments as well. Believes erstwhile dominating chip leader, still very much the chip leader, but a little less any two cards aggressive than he was. Ace Queen now for Pavanas. Right, as he became the shortest stack. That's the easy 3-bet jam situation. That being said, if he 3-bets to a non-all-in size, seen what Believes is capable of in terms of speculation. Who knows? That's maybe what Pavanas wants as well. And it's time for my theory to be tested. I give this even money, Sam, in terms of Believes coming along. What do you think?
Oh, I think he's calling. Nine, 7 suited, pretty nice looking hand. Will be a very low SPR going into the flop, though.
Staring off into the distance. Should imply a fold. Yeah, there we go.
Nice, I think just a little bit too big. Just want to continue there.
In that sense, a great bet by Pavanas. Seemed to have caused some sort of indifference, followed by a favorable outcome given the equities. That's what you're aiming for in poker, to put your opponent in the blender. By the way, Sam, our friend Yutang Wang heads up for an APT Lion in the limit triple draw.
Very cool.
Mixed game artiste, seems like he is. That's locked up, I believe, about 1,000 USD. He was on our Natural 8 Taiwan table from earlier today. Wow, 3-bet with the King-9 suited in position, blind versus blind.
Gotta love his playing style. So aggressive.
Gets it done.
Nine deuce suited. Puana's gonna get in there. Yes, he is. Nice, easy pickup there with a 9 high.
Line levels, 15 minutes going up. 15 seconds, pardon. So now? Yeah, and hear the floor announce it. Not this hand, maybe the next one. 100K, 200K is going to be the next blind level.
There we go. Take a flop.
Okay, viewers, I would like to put the bookings in your hand.
Ace, 7, deuce, 2 diamonds. Either player connecting, but believes has the betting lead. Does decide to bet it. Adds to his chip stack, 4.56 million in his stack, a new peak for Believes. Biggest stack we've seen at the table now.
A second in chips covered twice over. Along with Tesseract's 9 bigs. Blinds just went up. 3-handed, they come around as quick as they can, so Short stacks, Tesseract at the moment. Need to find the spots. Both Parmenas and Tesseract have navigated short stacks very well thus far. And ace now for Tesseract. Easy one. I believe blinds went up, so this should actually be a shove that's smaller than it looks in terms of blinds.
Ooh, this is a pretty callable hand.
And what I'm saying...
Looks like the blinds are about 200, yeah, 200k now.
So the blinds are 100, 200. You can actually see the blind posted in front of Believe. So the graphic hasn't updated yet. Let's do the math. The shove is actually 7 bigs, and Believes needs to call 5.
6.
You're right.
It'd be nice if you're anti-counted.
Indeed.
I think 10-9 suited is a call.
Again,
I wonder,
metagame.
maybe you get dominated too often. This button will be shoving king 10, queen 10, jack 10 offsuit. Yeah, now that I think about it, maybe not. I think you get dominated too often by offsuit combos.
I don't think 10-9 suited is too often a call, but considering the metagame, why would you take the gamble and belief spot? You can have the short stack, you can just keep picking up 2.5 bigs every time you raise. But this is Beliefs we're talking about. He's taken these gambles before, not this time. Dealer change once again in the traditional Thai lovely outfit. King on the button now, 11 bigs. Gonna open it. Doing a great job just opening hands on the button, picking up those antes and blinds. As a result, fair amount of distance between himself and Tesseract.
Queen 6 for Believes. All right, a walk. Juanas with 10 deuce off.
So one free hand and then the big burden for Tesseract. Time to make a move. With the nature of our final tables here, second place pay jump shouldn't be as much of a consideration as giving yourselves a chance to win it all, and the APT Lion and the glory. Tesseract should not wait around anymore.
There we go, pocket threes. Sitting on 13-ish big blinds. Gotta be a shove. Just for the raise instead.
Oh, I see an ace.
Ace-8 suited, look like. Just goes jam, call? Pocket 3 is not really the kind of hand that you want to call a jam with. Rather just jam and fold out a hand like Ace-4 offsuit that maybe folds. King-4 off that could jam on you.
As predicted. And now, the decision back on Pavana's. Mind you, the shortest stack is waiting, but as I mentioned, it's all about first place prize, ideally. Pay jump's nothing to scoff at, but I would argue less meaningful than usual, and pocket 3s would be flipping.
Yeah, folds. Not a hand that you want to call an all-in with, but sucks to fold that much equity.
If he jammed, he was getting called, so would have been flipping for his life. Now, still second in chips. Tiny stack about to be on the big. I think the pay jump certainly played some role there. As I mentioned, nothing to scoff at. Going from 586 USD, 19,000 baht, to 25,000 baht. I've been to Thailand, 6,000 baht gets you plenty of good food. Not to mention 6 buy-ins into this event. Has once again getting the button open through. Tesseract cannot call. 4.6 bigs for him.
Three doesn't make the cut for believes. Tesseract is super short, so the chance of you getting jammed on is very, very high. Wow, doesn't take that spot. Only 4 big blinds.
Check it off, though. A walk for Pavanas is very welcome.
It's still a ton of his chips. Tesseract jams and he has to call it off. He had 12 in his stack, so he'd be down to only 8 big blinds. Not comfortable calling it off. Queen high, you definitely have to.
All in from Tesseract with the suited queen. Deuces getting folded. Good result. And believes Bryston. It's suited.
I mean, must be. He's got 33% with one of the worst hands he could have versus Tesseract's exact hand. Dominated and still getting the right price. Let's it go.
64มันไปไม่ไหวว่ะได้แต่มันสุดนะเว้ยแล้วไม่ติดมึงนะ64ไม่แต่ละที่มาของบอล64สุดออยิงไม่ไหวหรอกออยิงมีสิทธิ์ออสูงทั้งออยิงเท่าของเก้าแต่กูเยอะนะเว้ยตัวใหม่กันแน่บ้าเปล่าจะเอาข้ามหัวเลยเอาไม่ได้บัฟตี้อยู่แต่งไม่ดีเลยนะรับแบบรับอยู่แล้วมันก็2ให้อยู่บิ๊กไบค์ที่รับแล้วมีผมอยู่ว่าแล้วอยู่ทุกรอบมันมาดิมันเกินไปแล้วอ่ะเขาผมทำไงวันนี้ผมไม่เก่งได้ผมเป็นแต่เลข3
I'm not staying balanced. Still just opening the button with jammable stacks. Picking up 500k each time. Too easy. It's starting to seem like nobody ever has something to fight back with. King Jack though, super jammable with the ICM considerations of the tiny stack. An open might do the same job.
Oh, Tesseract finally with a very nice hand. So unfortunate to be flipping here. Pocket 9 should be way, way, way ahead, and only have 55% is bad beat in and of itself.
Jack 5-3. Nines need the 2 outs. And the king means we are down to heads up. Tesseract leaves us in 3rd place.
And just like that, we are heads up with Believes still with that massive stack. Only dipped below chip lead once, but quickly got it back. Aggression pays.
Poker in a nutshell right there. $772 USD, 25,000 Thai baht guaranteed to both players. Proper 11,000 Thai baht pay jump, but the APT line should be placed between them shortly. There it is, Cindy from production bringing it out, placing it in the middle. Thanks for that, Cindy. Touch it for good luck.
Omanas raises it up to 500k, Believes, makes the call. Heads up to a flop 2 SPR here. Ten, 8, 9. Pawanaz with the open ender, believes with the open ender as well to the bottom end of the straight and bottom pair.
All in, he says.
Oh, wow.
Does believes want to essentially what he might think is gamble for it. A pair and a straight draw, surely enough equity against almost any hand that would jam here. I think we're about to see a showdown for the tournament. This is a massive overbet. You know Pavanaz is not doing that with a mate straight. So what are the hands that he's jamming? Either a semi-bluff like the one we're looking at, possibly some hands that are strong and made but want to deny equity.
Yeah, I think some top pairs make sense as well as some over pairs that just want to jam.
Exactly. The only thing Beliefs needs to be worried about is a hand exactly like his. Maybe a 10-7, 9-7 would be disastrous. Essentially be negative free rolling.
Puts in the stack of time banks.
He's been relentless in terms of his raises. Has made some speculative calls. After getting to this stage, does he want to go for it? He does.
I love that. I call. Oh, Pawanaz gets the bad news. It's a really bad hand to be up against. You know, he's blocking your 7. Your jack is no good. Look at that, 72% for Believes to close this out right here. If he does lose, though, he'll be at a 2-1 chip deficit, 5.7 mil in the pot.
Believes came in as the chip leader, now looking to close it out. Can he get it done? Just needs to hold. 5 changes nothing, so it comes down to this 7 outs. And a 7, a straight to seal the deal. That's it. Pavanaz. Applause for his opponent, perhaps, and a handshake and a fist raised to the camera. Well done, sir. Takes it down. He is the APT Thailand exclusive champion. GG to Pavanaz as well. We're the second place finisher.
I love that. He's taken it down, 1,111 USD along the APT Mini Lion, and I think he played very, very well. Aggression from start to finish. Manages to close it out. Maintain that chip lead pretty much the entire tournament except for maybe 10 minutes of it. There we have it. 1,111 to Believes, and congratulations as well to Pawanaz for $772 for second place, as well all of our 6th place finishers. Hoping to see more of them in the main event coverage, which will be coming 2 days from now. Tomorrow we will be covering the Superstar Challenge, and I believe, did we get down to 4 or 3?
Just 4.
Just 4, so we have a bubble coverage tomorrow. It's something quite rare. The Superstar Challenge, as most of the players are opting to play until the money, but not too many entries here in Manila for the Superstar Challenge, so only 3 places get paid, which we will be checking out and covering tomorrow.
Should be a fun one. That's also going to then follow our main event coverage. Day 2 will be picked up the day after tomorrow. That's when things get exciting. There's also Day 1C and Day 1D to get into the books first. After that, Sam and I will be fully focused on the main event. We hope you'll join us for that as well. This does end what I sometimes like to call the fun part of the coverage, the Superstar Challenge. 25,000 there. I believe we did the math, Sam. What was it? Over 150K up top. And then, of course, the main event. Guaranteed at 1.7 million USD in total prize pool. So it's going to exceed $250,000 USD up top, but let's see what we get to as the entries roll in. It's all going to be to play for. Do not miss it out on it. Make sure you hit subscribe. Sam and I will be here. We're going to wrap up from the booth over here. Thank you for being with us. Stay tuned, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Welcome to Asia's largest online poker room. Our next generation poker software is now initiating. Elevate your online experience with a wide variety of poker variations to choose from. Get fully immersed with fun and social features. Level up your game with PokerCraft and Smart HUD. Unlock a wealth of rewards including cashback, bonuses, and jackpots. Join world-class poker tournaments featuring some of the world's most renowned brands and the largest guaranteed prize pools in the world. Experience the best in customer service and hassle-free transactions for a seamless online gaming experience. With online poker available on all your devices, you'll be able to play your favorite games anytime, anywhere. Sign up now and elevate your online poker experience today.